Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka tonight, Big Sarge. Another wonderful edition of Grunt Speak by Grunts for Grunts, where everybody is welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. 11B, 11 Charlie, 0311, our Marine buddies. You can be part of the brotherhood. You can be part of the brigade, but that internal core. Anyhow, today I'm rolling solo. Shooter is on a little bit of vacation. And Whiskey Charlie, I have not heard back from tonight. So now it's just me, Big Sarge. It's been a while since I've done a show by myself. So I feel like I'm really on my beach theme right now. Not really, but the wall was playing, and I just could not stand how it looked behind me. I know I'm in a new house, in a new location. I just had a little picture before. Me and Shooter usually had a wall playing, but I'm sitting there talking to somebody. So for me, basically, it bothered me. And since I'm always talking about free and relaxing my mind as if I was on vacation, I went and did a little recon, Grunts. Actually, I went over there in the corner. I looked in the drawer up under the printer, and I was checking for this backdrop that my wife had bought me like a year or so ago, but I never used it for some particular reason, right? But tonight I thought, I'm like, what if? What if my family just put it right there? What if it's just still right there where I left it at? So I went there, and there it was. So now here it is, and here we go. Grunt Speak. So tune in, man. Make sure y'all share this video. Tag a fellow grunt in this video. Whiskey Charlie, if you out there, tune in, call me on this video. Shooter, if you out there, tag in, tune in, call me on this video. And today, I'm rocking the I Survived. The I Survived Fort Hood, Texas. The I Survived Fort Hood, Texas. And today, Grunts, I want to talk about what we survived. I want to talk a little bit about what you survived and how and why it's our responsibility to teach our family and the people that's close to us the things and the tactics that help us survive, to talk them through about some of the things that we had to do to survive. Well, why? Why is that important? Because when you bring them into your world, when we bring them into our life, when you bring the family into your life, that's when you truly build a relationship with your wife. If you're married, you truly build a relationship with your children. By talking about what you survived, see, this shirt has all the signatures from Bravo Company, First of the 141 Bulldogs, right before we went to Iraq. Right? And what happened in 2009 over in Jack Mountain, we had a little storm come through. I call it a hurricane. Somebody called it a tropical storm. It was called a lot of things. But what I do know is this. About 3 tents, GP mediums, if you know what they are. Huge MASH 707 tents, okay? They got balled up like little paper trash bags that you shoot in the bucket. They got balled up like that. But these tents had metal and were mounted down to a wood floor. I got my light set up, so when somebody call in, I put you on camera, right? So these tents were set up on metal floors. On wood floors and bolted down by metal. So when the storm came in, a number of guys got jacked up on Jack Mountain, okay? And when I tell you, I mean jacked up on Jack Mountain. Some people didn't go on a deployment. Some people probably got disability for the rest of their life from that night, that incident. I mean to tell you, I seen some stuff that I thought I would never see before. But I survived it. We all survived it. In all honesty, every last one of our soldiers walked away from that. We didn't lose anybody, particularly lose their life. We built something, but we survived it. And it's things like that you survived that your family may need to know, some things that you went through that make you who you are or why you react the way you do. And sometimes when you don't talk, they don't understand you. But knowing that the closer we get with our family, the more we build our family, the more they see us through. I'm just talking about what you survived, man. Make sure y'all share this video. Share this video, comment down below. I'm going to take my time with it a little bit. Yes, you like my beach thing? I know grunts, I probably should have like some camo in the back, some netting, but that would just be too grunt. Like this is more Sarge grunt style. I'm out now. Grunts really want to be sitting back on the beach having the apple cider, chilling with their shades on, telling old war stories. I don't want to be in the woods no more most of the time. I want to be chilling with my feet up, relaxing, telling family stories, talking about what we survived. I want to speak about that, grunts. I want to speak about how those things that I survived, you know, when I came home, I didn't need those same tactics to keep me alive, but those tactics helped me to stay alive. Those tactics helped me to battle the demons in my life. Not facing those tactics had me walking away from my kids and my wife, attempting to do it all alone, not really knowing that here amongst brotherhood, amongst your family that you built, that's where you find home. But you got to be willing to speak on that so they can really have your back and understand. You know what I'm saying? That's my phone going off because my brotherhood are in a whole nother chat. The hooligans are in the chat. Hooligans, if you in the chat, make sure you tune in to Grunt Speak. Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to put this on vibrate until somebody calls his phone. My apologies. And I couldn't find no music to play because if you play somebody else's music, they mute it, so I have to play my music because I don't want to lose it when I'm starting to speak. It helps to ease my mind, but this time we talking about family, and I was talking about what happened to me at Jack Mountain and why I'm wearing this shirt and what I survived and how I survived. I survived because a group of guys came together as family. I survived because we talked about these things that bothered us, that hurt us. You know what I'm saying? I survived because I seen those guys in the military as a brotherhood and as a family. And like my boy Wolf said, when we come home, we lose that a lot of times, not knowing that we can build it right there at home with the family that we call our own. I'm just talking about Grunt speaking, talking about what they survived. I'm gonna put some music on. Cause this Grunt Speak, by grunts for grunts. Everybody's welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. This may not be for kids, but it's for somebody, and anybody can use this message. Cause I'm just speaking about a message that's probably speaking dearly to your life. You survived something. And there's something that your family need to know that you survived to help you get on the other side of this, grunts. We losing brothers every day that's not around to play with their kids no more. No, they not coming back to ever walk through that front door. You have to talk about how you overcame, how you made it through. I had to go to therapy, bro. I punched my wife in her sleep. I was angry at my kids. I had to go to therapy to get a better version of me. I survived in Iraq, and then I had to survive when I got back. Come on, man. I know y'all out there. I'm gonna wait on you. Talk to me, Grunt. Nobody want to talk about what they survived and how they made it through. And that's why we continue to see these videos of rest in peace and who didn't make it through, because we are too proud to talk about what we've been through. It's a brotherhood you don't understand because you don't know how to. But if we as grunts start to speak about what we've been through, then people in our family would know how to love us to help heal you. But you got to be real with you. It's like I said last week. If you not holding yourself accountable for the things that's happening in your life, then you a shitbag. And my apologies, not But that's just what it is, and that goes for all of us. We have to hold ourselves accountable and take responsibility for the things that our family knows about us. I'm wearing a shirt today. Again, going back to Jack Mountain and family and what I survived. I'm wearing this shirt today before I get ready to go on a family walk with the family, something that we started just yesterday, man. I've been rucking for a long time, but we just started with the family yesterday. Think about that. Hold on, I ain't turned off my Strava app. So it's going to say I walked like a half a mile in 4 hours or something crazy. Hold on, people. I'm sorry. What'd I tell y'all? Look at that. 0.9 miles in an hour and 34 minutes. Now, we just know that ain't right, Grunts. I just forgot to turn it off. When I got back, me and my family, we was talking. Oh, anyhow, talking about this shirt and how I survived and what I survived came about because I was looking for what shirt to wear when I go on this walk. So I pulled this one out. My daughter was like, "Oh, Daddy, what's that? There's all that writing on it. Where your name at?" And at the time, I said, "My name ain't on there, but I see it right here, like my, there we go, like my name tape, I see it right here, like my name tape. Wow, it's been that long. I see it right here, like my name tape now. But I'm like, my name is not on here. I'm like, this is all my buddies that signed it. This is my family members, my brothers that signed it for the guys that, got hurt or people thought got hurt seriously or, what they felt. For the guys that got hurt during this storm, this tornado." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, did anybody?" I'm like, "No, nobody died, but everybody, we kind of came together like family." So I was telling her this story, and she kind of looked at me puzzled, like, "Wait, you been through a hurricane, a tornado, and you got the shirt to, prove it, like, and all y'all came together, like, and I'm talking about this like it's nothing." But she didn't understand that because she's never heard that. But knowing who I am and seeing how I move and listening to the way I talk and what I believe in, it's easier for her to take it all in because I'm sharing with her things that I survived. I'm sharing her the good, the bad, the ugly parts of E, the good Sarge and the bad Sarge, the growing and maturing me. And now she's understanding that it's okay to be free with family. But we as grunts got to talk about what we survived and what God has brought us through, because I don't know a grunt that didn't believe in a higher power. Whether you chose God, Buddha, or Allah, all of us had a sense of spirituality in order to go through the things that we went through. And that same deity I call God, you call him what you choose to, he'll speak to you differently. But that same deity that brought you through the dark times when we was in Iraq is the same deity that brought you back. And he's the same one that's going to see you through. But you have to allow your family in so they can know the true you. Grunt, you got to start speaking up for your life about what you survived. I'm just saying. Cheers. Apple cider, not beer. Get it? Cheers. Like the movie. Where everybody knows your name. Doom, 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 doom. Get it? I know it's a grunt out there that get it. Don't worry about it. What? My wife is laughing at me. I almost choked me into the juice. It felt like I'm all by myself, but I know I'm really near everybody else. And y'all not seeing this right now, y'all gonna see it later. You might be watching football, checking to see for your favorite player. I don't know, but don't be playing yourself following somebody else when you're supposed to be leading your family and guiding them to the life that you desire for you and yourself, for true wealth. I'm looking over at the TV every now and again, but I ain't watched football a whole game in a very long time because I'm after something. I'm building something in my life because I survived too much to give up on my life. You get it? You survive too much to give up on your life. We all have demons that we face, but together as brothers, then this is a race that we can make it through. And maybe these numbers we can start to replace. 22 veterans a day. I did the push-ups and tears of steel. You feel them all over the place, man. This is a weird time that we in, but I'm here to tell you, you've survived. Any Anyone that served in the armed forces, there's things that you survived that your family has no idea. Any family member that has someone that served in the armed forces, there's things that you had to deal with while they were going home that they have no idea. You survived. It's time for the family to start to talk about how they overcame and what they survived, so God can really get the true glory, and then this world will really come alive the way it's supposed to. But it starts with family. And we've all survived something at different stages at times in our life, in our family. That's why we talk about Big Mama and Grandmama and TT and Auntie. That's why Tyler Perry has made millions of dollars off movies with Madea, talking about family and tradition, you see. It's all built from that family tree. And they pass and sold quilts and blankets, talking about what they survived. Come on, man. This is all part of the family trees that me and my father was talking about yesterday and today. We all are from that branch of God, that divine, that branch. I ain't look it up. I can probably look it up in a minute. But you know what you survived. You know what you've been through. Even if you never tell it to me, but you have to tell it to the people that's close to you. Because them the ones that's going to really see you through. You have to tell it to God. You have to tell it to the power that you believe in you. But it's some stuff that you survive too. You just got to be willing to be real with those things and know that he going to see you through. And that's why he placed the family around you, because it's easy to do it by ourselves, but the wealth is when we truly do it with somebody else. Especially if you got a wife. The Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing and earns favor from the Lord. So if I found a good thing, I'm about to earn some type of favor. I mean, you got to be good. If you want to lead, you got to be willing to be led. And when you're attempting to lead a family, you can't do it without being led, G, or you're going to have the family all over the place, you see. Y'all just going to be running around in circles, chasing after things to pass on from one kid to the next with a bill attached to eat. That's not building a family. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. I don't think it's just the money and the debt that they inherit. I think it's the wealth and the seeds that you plant in their life. Talking about how to respect your wife and love your father and your mother and uplift your life. Yeah, I know we all make mistakes. I wasn't this guy one day. But today, as I stand here, I'm not a little boy. I'm a grown man. Some people call me EJ. It doesn't matter what you call me today. I'm Ethan in every way. And now I'm understanding that to get the best of me is talking about what I survived with my family. Because you know who's there for you at night. You already know. And if we really want to heal the people around us, if we want to heal the brothers that's going through tough times in our life, we got to be willing to be real and talk to our wife. So she'll understand that when your boy call you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it ain't about no party or no BS. She could probably understand he might be dealing with a whole bunch of stress, and only one of his grunt brothers know how to help him through this mess. But you got to be willing to speak about that stuff. You got to be willing to be going through the test. You got to be willing to be used like we was used in the army to complete the mission. The mission is not complete if you head of the family. But you got to talk about how you survived to get back to the family, so you can continue to branch and grow from the family. I'm just talking about family and what we survived, and how it all started from a t-shirt that caught the attention of my daughter's eye. Because all these names is on it. People who in my family, who's attached to me for life. They know intimate secrets about me that I don't even talk to about my wife. With my wife. We get into that point in our life because it's certain stories that people may not understand. Or maybe I don't feel comfortable sharing them as a man. I don't know. I'm just saying. But when you give back to your family, that's God's master game plan. Because we all a part of his family, you see. This is just my part. Ethan Smith, Big Sarge, me. Apple cider. Cheers. Shout out Hooligan Eric Dags. Love you. And shout out Gunter. Get well soon, brother, please. Please. That's family, man. That's family. We have to start being family before the tragedies attack. We was all fighting one another. We had each other back, checking my six every day. We get back home, and only time we get around each other is something sad to say, or when it's time to play. We playing games and matting and golfing and stuff in life. But sorry for your loss when we lose somebody and they leave kids in a way. Chips is my snack, my meal for the night, because I didn't plan everything just right like I used to. I just know that the family was going to go on a walk tonight. And I didn't cook dinner early like I do. I actually slowed down for a minute, sat down so I could think about what we were going through and how God is attempting to use you. And that's what you need to think about today. I know I get on this thing and sometimes I like to play and I mix up my words and I say things to get your attention or just to say it in some type of way. I don't know. But for real, if you don't hear nothing else that I say today, you have to let your family, how did you survive to help you get this way. And you have to remind yourself what you survived every single day. You not what they call you, or you not what you thought you used to be. Every time God wakes you up, there's a purpose for you. But you got to be willing to see. Helen Keller said the only thing worse than having sight, or the only thing worse than being blind is to have sight but no vision. What do you visualize for yourself now that you're on the other side? Now that there's no more Afghanistan, no more Iraq for you. What do you visualize for yourself? What are you sharing with your family to help see you through? What are you sharing with God? Who are you attaching yourself to? Are you attaching yourself to just let me get drunk, let me get high, and this is what I choose to do? And that's cool. I've been there too. So I ain't knocking you on how you got to find your way through. But what I'm telling you is that you survived and there's something bigger that God is calling you to. But you want to let your family inside of you so they can help heal you today. You don't got to do this no more on your own. It's Grunt Speak. We ain't here for play. This is my vision today, to grow this bigger and give back and help brothers and wives and families and mothers in every way. See, somebody can't see this vision right now that I see, but that's okay, because I believe in me, and you have to believe in you and free yourself today, because you survived Iraq or Afghanistan basic training, some shape, form, or fashion in life, in every way. If you watching this video and you hear what I say, you survive. So bless your family today with the gift that he's giving you. I'm just saying. I'm gonna eat a chip. It's weird seeing the Patriots on TV without Tom Brady, but things change. Life happens. People leave. Love is lost. People move on. Family comes, family goes. But the family and the strength of God, what you believe in, I don't know, who know. But the family that you build around you, they're going to help to see you through every single day. You got to be willing to give a piece of yourself up. Where's my music at? And you know I'm still walking on this app, y'all. I got to save it right now because it's saying I walked like 0.9 miles in 3 hours today. This is how it all started, going out real quick with the family, just so we can start the vibe, you know, and get together. I don't like all that silence. Hey, man. Facebook won't block my own music. Shout out to ATX DJ Knox, another grunt brother who's speaking. Go check out his page. He's always doing something very inspirational. A family member, somebody that really helped me get out here and push myself to be a better version of myself. And it's things that we know about each other that help us survive, you know, today. It's things that you know about somebody that helped you survive today. But your family may not know anything about you, that why you act that way, why you feel that way. Why you kick out and scream at night? You know, they may not know how to help you because you haven't let them in that way. And I know I used to be there. I used to be sheltered up. I used to be locked off. Everything was a game. I just wanted to play, but I ain't really know how to let them know what I dealt with every day. But I realized as I got older and God showed me that the strength is was in the family. Letting them know what I survive is how I get through the day. They can handle it. Like my dad told me that I had to step out and just live my life. I said, yeah, I just hope that my family understand how I got to do what I need to do to be me. He said, they can handle it. Can you handle it? And that's the question. Can you handle it? Can you handle being raw and open and honest with your family and talk about the things that you survived, the things that hurt you, how you maybe not felt the toughest, but you grateful to still be alive? Can you handle that? Can you handle that? That feedback when they ask more questions, asking about have you ever had to take somebody's life or kick open the door? And you have certain kids that all they want is more information, more. Some people don't want to know, but can you handle that? Can you handle giving that type of information? Can you handle giving that type of emotion of yourself? To grow the family, to produce real wealth, spiritual wealth, emotional wealth. Can you handle that? Are you willing to survive that? You've already survived the attacks from Iraq and Afghanistan. You've already survived the 7-hour PowerPoints about how to live life in Iraq and these briefings. You've already survived that. But can you get back and can you survive this? Are you comfortable when your wife come around? She want to kiss, or do you be ready to fist, put up fists? Are you comfortable with giving your kids a hug, telling your son that you love them? Are you comfortable? Are you okay with being an emotional as a man? Are you okay to understand that God has a plan for your life, but he wants you to allow him to lead your life so you can lead the family that he's produced in your life? He said it. If you have a wife, you earn favor from the Lord. You find a good thing, you earn favor. Now, in order to earn something, you got to do something. So you had to look for her, you had to find her, you earned her, you did something, he gave you something good, he blessed you with some kids or something. Now he might be blessing you with something else, but he needs you to give more yourself so he can continue to explore the family wealth. Because if you can't allow him to lead you and give yourself to the family, how you going to be able to give yourself to anybody else? You already survived this though. You listening to me. You hear me today. You survived it. So if you feel like you're doing something in your life that's out of order, then I tell you to hit the pause button, rewind, stop. No more time to play. Get back up. Start all over again. Get your eyes back on the target. Get your sights right. Rotate your selector switch from safe to semi and watch your lane. Watch your lane. Talk about what you've been through, how you made it through, how you overcame. And if you've already overcome, this message may not be for you, but maybe you need to share it with somebody today, because we still losing soldiers each and every way, from suicide and all type of stupid stuff. So share this video if you don't feel like you need it today. But somebody else out here survived something, and God is going to use something that I had to say to bless them today. It might bless you too. It's blessing me in more ways than I would ever know. But you got to be willing to dig deep. You got to be willing to talk about what you survived. Because you wasn't buried, you was planted in order to grow. See, I wasn't buried in Iraq. I was planted. The seed was planted in my life. It helped me to understand the honor and my mother and father and appreciate and cherish my wife. Like, seed was planted in my life about humanity. It wasn't about black or white or Middle Eastern or the Western culture no more. It was about going through life and how we all had to start at our bottom floor. It was about starting and going through this life, this thing called life, and trusting God more and more. It's all about what you survive. If you celebrate and be grateful for what you survived, then you don't have time to be talking about or hiding behind what you're hateful for that happened in your life. It's all about what you want to tell your family you survived to help you get to a better version of you today. Maybe this not for you. Maybe this is only helping me. Maybe this is only helping EJ. But I guarantee you, if you listen, if you tune in to what God is using me to say, it will bless you today or bless somebody in your family because they want to see you better in every way. They want to see you back to the happy you, the silly you. They want to see you back to doing what you love to do, fishing and hiking and biking you. Stop whining, complaining, and eating all this medicine to get your way through. Learn how to be grateful for just being you. I mean, bars, Jesus, stop it. I mean, listen to me. You have to learn how to have fun in life and continue to keep yourself humble in life. But I'm telling y'all, the true wealth that's being blessed in my life is what I'm sharing with my family and how we're getting closer in life. Just what I'm sharing with my family and how we getting closer in life. I tell my wife know about me in the last 3 years than she known probably all our life. Because now I'm willing to talk about what I survived and how God is continuing to bless me to have life. I got friends I know who probably watching this and not saying nothing, who almost lost their wife because they was afraid to talk about the hurts and the demons of their past that they faced in Iraq that damaged our life. I'm just talking about what you survived and how it's gonna bless your family when you talk about it. That's all I'm doing. Share this video. Comment down below. Type in a question. We can talk about it a little bit more. I'm gonna drink my apple cider because my chips is dry. They need some hot sauce, yo. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by. Oh yeah, I know, babe. You right there. I hear June. I see Junebug hearing me, and I hear him seeing me. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, this your life. It's time for you to do something in your life that's gonna bless your family. Let them into your life, because I know we 13 years past Iraq, and some of us might be 3 days past our last nightmare. But you survived. You made it to this point in life, and you got to keep continuing to fight on in life. You got to be grateful for God for every day, every moment of your life, because it's something that He wants you to do with your life. And please, please, please learn to be a blessing to your wife. If you're married, be a blessing to your kids. It's all right to talk about what you did, but then go and talk about what you're getting ready to do. Because when you're grateful about life and when you talk about how you survived and what you overcame, those are the things that continue to pull you through. Remind yourself of the warrior, the transitional you, when you went from hardcore to laid back sometimes in Iraq. You had to survive certain situations. At least I know I had to deal with that. You couldn't always just pull the trigger. We all know that was whack. You couldn't just go off like that. You couldn't just go off like that, even though you did what you had to do in order to live how you needed to live to get back to where you needed to be. But why did you survive Iraq if you're going to come home and not really be one and lead your family? Why are you not going to share what the Lord above is giving you to do? Family going to support you. They're going to help you see you through. But you got to be patient in life today. It took me a while to get to this point. Sometimes I still see myself, or the devil would attempt to make me see myself as young, immature EJ. Not believing that I really had something to say. But knowing that when God tells you He going to do something in your life, He ain't really coming to play. He going to do it with or without you, but He going to have it His way. Like Burger King. So you might as well start telling your family how you survived so they can help bless you today. You're going to be with them anyway. I mean, beach vibes, apple cider. Listen, family. Hey, what's up, Jesse Melker? Amen, my brother. Listen, family. It's a lot of things that we've gotten through by ourselves. It's a lot of things that we've gotten through as battle buddies. It's a lot of things that we've gotten through as soldiers. It's a lot of things we've gotten through as men, as women who serve. It's a lot of things that you've gotten through in your military career. But when it comes to your family, you kind of like in the rear with the gear. You kind of hold in your foot. You kind of dragging it. You know what I'm saying? And they needed you to pick up the slack. You cannot call all the shots and lead from the back. We already know that don't work out, especially in the infantry. That's whack. You got to be willing to give. You got to be willing to humble yourself. You got to be willing to share yourself. You got to be willing to understand that not being afraid to expose yourself, that's the true transformational wealth. Because God is the only one who can define you for yourself. I'm just saying, he who is in me is bigger than anybody and anywhere else. That's a blessing from the Lord above. He just used it through myself. It's been a while since I had to do this alone by myself, but I know I'm surrounded by all my family today. The devil wants you to think you're alone, so then you don't want to come out and play. No, you still supposed to get on the camera and wave and say what up, say hey. Call your homeboy and see how he doing today. Let's not wait till he a t-shirt or on a face. A face, t-shirt, a t-shirt on the face. Let's not wait for that. Let's not wait till he has to get the name scrolled across the t-shirt to say he survived Jack Mountain in the back. Pick up, give him a call, see how he doing, where he at. Reach out on Facebook. Tell him, yo, what's going on? Let's have a look. Get him on FaceTime. See how he doing. Ask him how his family doing. Has he talked about what he survived today? Have you freed yourself? Have you talked about what you survived today? Maybe you long past Iraq and it's something that you're dealing with that you don't know if you want to play no more. Maybe you're dealing with some stress in your family in a financial situation. Maybe your relationship is not the best. I had to deal with that mess too. You in the army doing good, looking good, being the best soldier that you could be. But then at home with your wife, you horrible, terrible, broke down soldier. Lonely. I've had people who've experienced that too that I had to deal with. We had to talk our way through because we family. It's something that you survive that God wants you to witness to somebody else how he blessed you. Everything that you go through is not just about you. It's about leaving a piece of you. Which piece are you going to leave to help see somebody else through? Are you willing to expose yourself for God to really use you? Or are you willing to lose yourself looking to be... Are you willing to expose yourself so God can really use you? Are you looking to lose yourself by looking at what you used to be? I'm just talking about we're just talking about. I'm just telling you about. It's okay to talk about what you survive. In all actuality, when you talk about what you survive with the family, it's the family that helps see you through. Not just the brotherhood that you was in Iraq and Afghanistan with. It's the wife and the kids that you at home with. It's the mom, it's the dad who you talking to every day. They want to know what help. How do they get back to knowing you? How do they get to learn to love you so they can know when it's okay to play? You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to be emotional and share yourself in that way. Because you know you done had to get down and ugly when we was in the grunt lifestyle with nothing, no games to play. Unfortunately, you had to get on a cattle truck or on a bus and go nut to butt with another man one day. So I know you ain't got no crying about pride or nothing to say about talking about what you survived to share with your family today. Because if you didn't go nut to butt, you probably wasn't in the infantry. Because they did that to break you down, to show you that nobody is bigger than there's no one individual me. All y'all can get punished, you see. And that's the same thing that God is clearly sharing with me to share with you for free. For this week. Okay? Okay. My wife looking at me like, really? I'm on the beach. Beach. You hear it? But no, seriously, man. You've been through some rough times. You've been through some tough times in your life. Now here's the time for you to give back for you to really start to plant seeds that you're going to be leaving somebody else in life. Your generations and legacy is coming behind you one day. What are you going to leave that you survived that's going to help them pave the way for somebody else? God is doing this to you, not for you to just take it all and hold it to yourself. You got to give back. That's the true wealth. Start by giving to your family. Make the root foundation strong around yourself. Then when y'all branch out, boom, pow, everybody stretching out, touching somebody else. But you got to talk about how you survive to overcome what the devil tried to take you through all by yourself. But when you get with the family and you share what you survived today, that's where the true wealth comes. That right there, God's word, those things, the devil don't want to play, because his word say with 2 or 3 gather in my name. Where 3 strands, how hard it is to be broken. Come on, man. And strength in numbers. You ain't supposed to do this by yourself, even in the army. You always had to know who your battle buddy was. Even in the hood, you was your brother's keeper to a certain degree. If you were smart, you moved in twos. Somebody had to know a little bit something about you. Your best friend, he had to know something about your life, or else you wouldn't have trusted him with it. So how can you expect your family to trust you with their life, and when you won't trust them with your life, and talk about how you've been through some nasty things, but God helped you overcome through and move forward in life? They ain't looking to tear you down. They just want to be a part of your life. But then you might want to know how they survived without you in their life. How did they feel when they was home by themselves and didn't know if dad was coming home one night? Did you think about that for your life, or did you just process about how you feel? Because then if you did that, Grunt, that's not keeping it real. Because they have feelings too. They thought about you while you were gone. It was a part of them torn away. They felt broken and left all alone. So now they got to share that what they overcame being without you today. And you got to share what you overcame so that the family can move forward and stay focused in that way. Because if you don't, the devil will come in your life and attempt to destroy your family. And that's the game that you don't want to play. So let's just talk about what we survived and how God has blessed us today. Chip. I need some hot sauce. Me and my daddy was eating jalapenos, and he was coughing over there. But he survived it, y'all. I didn't know if he was going to be all right or not. But I realized he survived it so well that we only had 1 pound of jalapeno left to share. So family, share this video, comment down below, get with your family tonight, do everything you have to do in your power to attempt to make it right. Not for what no one else say, but for what God is telling you, or your higher power is telling you, or for the way that you want to lead your family today. Let them know what you survived, what you came through. I got the shirt to prove what I've been through, and my friends had certain things to say about who they see me as, the character in my life, not knowing that I dealt with things and struggles with my wife, because I didn't know that the family that I had around me that day. But years later, God has a plan to show you. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is not a game that we play. But you got to be willing to be grateful for just surviving every single day. You got to be willing to be grateful for just having life every single day. You got to be willing to share the test that becomes your testimony in every way. Because what we survive helps get somebody else through so they can continue to pave the way. It's all part of the plan. It's a branch and tree process, you see? Seedlings. That's it. What are you going to plant? What are you going to leave on this earth? Are you going to talk about what you survived and you overcame? Or are you going to talk about what beat you down and made you feel tame? Are you going to leave debt and woes and woe is me and cars and bull crap, nothing that's producing or helping your family? Or are you going to live the wealth of God and the spirituality to see the best for you in every single day? Knowing that this is your life, there's no time to play. I'm 43 years old. I felt like I was 23 just yesterday. But I thought I had to do this all by myself, and I kept getting in my own way. You survive when you're stronger in numbers and with the family around you. But you got to get around God if you want to lead, so you can be led first. Chip. 2 chips. Right now, my Grunt family, my tag team buddies, Whiskey Charlie, Shooter, they not on right now. That part of my family is gone. But I know I got other family members out here that I may not see that's rocking with me today. That's going to go back and get this message later, and it's going to bless them in some way. Just because you don't see nobody don't mean that somebody don't have something to say. Doesn't mean that somebody that has something that they need to hear. There's something that you may say that to bless somebody that may change your entire in their life and may change the year. I know it's been crazy, but the family structure needs to be solid today. You're not in school like that. You're not in church like that. Like, God is showing everybody that there's no more time to play. I'm not finna say that it's the end of the world today, because he don't talk to me in that way. He don't predict the end. He don't tell me the end that he predicted in any way. He don't do that for me. But what I do know is he tell me to love thy neighbor as I love myself, and how the true wealth becomes from with family and other people around me. Not just me doing it all on my own, trying to do it the best for E. It's not how it works. Chip. Grunt Speak. By grunts, for grunts. Everybody welcome. Everybody cannot and will not be a member. 11 Bravo. Grunt down. Hot sauce fought back. Hot sauce fought back. Hot sauce won. Big Sarge. No. In all seriousness, man. Don't be afraid to let the people closest to you know you. Don't be afraid to share that story of your life. You have a story to share that's going to change somebody's life down the road in your family's history. There's things that I'm learning about my father and my grandfather that I never knew, that's beginning to free me. Helping me to understand that it takes time to become a real man. You don't do that overnight, and nobody can give you exactly what that's going to be for you today. You got to get with yourself, and you got to listen to God and see what he say. And what God is telling me all the time is you have to get closer to your family, because the strength, it lies in that way. The root comes from your family. And as a man, you got to be willing to lead them today. I'm just saying, it's hot in here. I don't think I got the air conditioning on, y'all, but I'm going to have to go turn it on, because this Grunt is speaking. It was hot. It could be the hot sauce. But I got my beach vibes. I got my beautiful view of my family, my father, and I got my beautiful vision in my beautiful mind. And it's telling me now it's the time. It's the time. It's the time. Yeah, I want to know how Gunter is doing too, because I haven't seen that posted in a minute. So if somebody know out there, put it out there. But it's the time, man, for you to free yourself and be a better version of you. And if you haven't started to look into you to see what it's going to take to free you, then I dare you to reach out somebody to talk to. And start to the people closer to you, especially if you have a wife. You have to let her in with you. Because if you want her to trust her, you got to trust her first. And I ain't talking about just no cheating or no bullshit. I'm talking about being real with your feelings. It's things that you need to admit. Simple shit, like I was scared of the dark at 35, 36 years old. I peed in the bed and it was some shit I just never told. But you got to be willing to free yourself and talk about the things that you survived, that you struggle with all by yourself. And then talk about the things that you built with the brotherhood that helped you to bless someone else. It was some good things that we did in Iraq, changing people's life. It wasn't all bad and gun violence and violence every day and night. But you need to talk about what you survived and share those stories with your kids. Tell them about how much you did. Don't rob them of that part of your history today. This is going to help you move forward in every way. It's going to heal your family today. I promise you, promise you. When you strengthening your family and God and you following God, He going to lead you in that way. Because family is something that He don't play. He gave His son for our life on that day, not Christmas Eve. That's His birthday. So they say, Chip. You know, I used to think I did that on camera, y'all. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but it's just me being true because I feel like I'm being with my family and I could talk to you because it's Grunt Speak and this is my way to be free today. It's family talk. Some things you're not going to hide. Some things is just not for play. But it's okay. Hopefully you're hearing what I have to say and not choosing and watching how I'm eating today. But family is going to rock with you anyway. But they just want you to let them in. They want to hear what you have to say. Man, start exposing yourself to your brothers, your sisters, your fellow battle buddies, your wife and your kids. Talk about what you did, how you survived and how you overcame today. Share with our fellow infantry grunt brothers, our supply brothers, our medic, anybody who serve in every way. We need to drop this number count of suicide soon, like right now, hopefully like yesterday. Because it's just too many. It's just too many. So we have to talk about what we overcame through and what God has seen us through, or what for the higher power and brought you through that helped you become a better version of you. Share the things that you survived, that you came through. All because of a t-shirt that I wanted to rock on the family walk today. My daughter simply asked, hey, what all those names saying? Where's your name at on here anyway? The men and women who signed this shirt to be forever part of my family in every way. And anybody who served overseas, you know what I'm saying today. Anybody who served in the unit, you know what I'm saying today. Anybody who has somebody that's close to them, you know what I'm saying today. Family to you, family to me. Say what you need to say to help free yourself and grow your family. Hey man, I'm gonna end it on this note. I'm gonna go get me some dinner today. I hope y'all had fun with me, family time, surviving and not being afraid to play. Yeah. Anyhow, hey, I hope this motivation and inspiration was something for your situation. Is Grunt Speak by Grunts for Grunts. Everybody welcome. Everybody cannot and will not be a member. Len Bravo, Len Charlie, 0311. I heard a 19 Delta in there. You know, I let y'all grunts duke it out. But hey, I thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you share this video, comment down below. Tune in next week and we'll be back with the family. Shooter Sigs. Yeah, Jay. Whiskey Charlie. Hey, y'all know what he mean. We'll talk to y'all next time. We out. Peace. I'm out. Peace by myself. I'm out with my family. Peace.